Morning. How would you like to double your free time and your income? How would you like to double your free time and your income? Most people I talk to would like that because most of us got into business in order to have more freedom of time and freedom of money. So if that's the case for you, I'm going to give you a system that will help. Now, yesterday I talked about the A1 steak sauce method, how you kind of organize tasks in your daily life to make sure you're getting things done in a way that focuses on the most important stuff. Now, today what I'm going to talk about is more on a monthly basis, more long term, as you look at 3 month, like a quarter or a 6 month period of time or a month long period of time. What I want you to do is write down kind of those big things that you want to do. And really what this really is focusing on the most important thing, on the one thing. There's a book here behind me somewhere. Oh, here it is. The One Thing, written by Gary Keller. Fantastic book. Very simple instructions and action steps, but that's what it is. It's not necessarily complex. Very simple to stay focused on the most important thing. And here's the question you need to ask yourself. So you look at your next month, you look at your next quarter. What you want to do is you want to ask yourself, what is the one thing that if I got this done, it would make the biggest impact on my business? What is the one thing that if I didn't do would just hamper me in the biggest way? And again, that might be an important thing. It might be an important and urgent thing. My guess is the urgency is probably not there, okay? This is more on the important stuff. So those B tasks that I talked about yesterday. And what I want you to do is focus, again, whether it's a month or 3 months or 6 months, ask yourself, what is the one thing that I really need to focus on? Now, again, this is going to come into the planning that we do constantly. And so I'm going to repeat myself a little bit here. It's so important that I do that. Once you identify so you've got maybe 4 or 5 things, ideas that you're working on, you know what? Shelve 4 of them. Simply focus on one, the most important, the thing that will have the biggest impact. And the next question you ask yourself is, let's use a quarterly basis as an example, is okay, so I've got 3 months that I want to complete this in, or at least make good headway in. Maybe I want to write a book, market myself in a different way that'll grow my business. So I look at the next 3 months and I ask, okay, so I've got the most important thing. In the next month, for the first month out of these 3 months that I have, what are the 1 to 3 things that I can focus on? What are the 1 to 3 tasks I can focus on, thinking, action steps, whatever it is? Be specific with this. What are the most important 1 to 3 things, and it can be only one, that I need to focus on for the next month, that if I do them, I'm going to be well on my way to achieving that. And then you do that again for the next month and the next month when you arrive there, okay? So that you're getting closer to that goal. Now, even after you do that month, you want to go down to the week. And you want to ask yourself, so now you have, so I'll give you an example. So let's say you want to write a book in 3 months, right? You want to finish a book. It's going to be like a business card, really. You're going to hand it out to people and people go, wow, instant recognition, instant professionalism and notoriety of some sort, okay? So that's the goal. That'll have a big impact on your business. Now, in the next month, what you decide is, in the next month, I need to have the first draft written. That would be a great one in the next month, because if you've got the first draft written in the next month, then in the second month you can start farming it out and getting editors to do things, and you can it takes a long time to get all that stuff done, okay? So instead of getting that stuff done first, wait on it. Really take action on the book, okay? So you're going to write the first rough draft of the book before your editor sees it, before anyone else sees it, okay? Now you're going to ask yourself, so in the first week, so whatever month it is, let's say it's July. In the first week of July, what are 1 to 3 things that I can do that will help me get that first draft written? Well, maybe one thing you decide is simply, you know what, I'm going to have a daily routine. Every single day, I'm going to write at least 2 pages. Every day, I'm going to write 2 pages. And if I do that for 30 days, I'll have 60 pages written, okay? And that's a decent enough book. It's just a rough draft. It's not going to be perfect, but it gets my ideas out, and now I can play with them over the second and third month, all right? So that's one thing you decide. What is another thing you decide? Maybe you decide, well, I am going to do a little bit of research, and I'm going to make sure that I find an editor and that I find a way to publish my book. So those are the 3 things that I'm going to do. And that first one is going to stay consistent throughout the month, but the other 2 will change week to week. Now once you have an editor, and once you have, or you know what, maybe even you make it even smaller for the first week, and you say, or for the first day of the week. So you're going to find an editor, you're going to find a way to publish the book, and you decide on a way to publish the book, and you're going to write 3 pages a day, or whatever I said. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to, on the first day of the week, you're going to say, okay, so I need to do these 3 things. How do I find a publisher? How do I find an editor? Well, the 3 pages I'm going to do. So you do the 3 pages, okay? 2 pages or whatever it was. And then you ask yourself, well, on the first day of the week, all I'm going to do is search how people publish, different options, and the different options for editors. And you're going to just research that stuff. What you've done now is you've taken a huge, important task that has a massive impact on your business, but seems a little bit daunting at times, and broken it down so you go, I just need to write 2 pages a day, and I just need to spend half an hour researching a couple of things, and I'll be well on my way towards the goal. And you will be. That's the way to focus on the one thing that's the most important for your business, and to break it down small. Again, I'll be talking about this a little bit later in another video, because it's so important to talk about breaking things from the large into the small. Remember, as in all of this stuff, you've got this. You can do this. I know that you have the ability to. It's simply about training yourselves in the skills.